Live from New York, it's Ask an Engineer.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another Ask Engineer. It's me, Lady the Engineer. Hey, it's also Phil.
Yeah, we just got some stuff in the. We got Arduino stuff, so that was our accent.
Yeah, it's my very bad Italian accent.
Hey.
It's a primo.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. But so it's us together as always. We're Team Fruit here at the Adafruit factory, where we do all the design, manufacturing, shipping, testing.
Yeah.
Kitting of all the lovely electronics, including some of the ones we're going to talk about today, new products.
That's right.
Got an exciting show today. It's a trinket party.
It's a trinket party.
Tell them what's on tonight's show.
On
Mr.
tonight's
Leda.
show, the code is Trinket Party. It's a trinket party. We're
Trinket
releasing
party.
a trinket. So use that code, 10% off, all the way up to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time in the Adafruit store, except for gift certificates and AdaBox. It supports us, an open source hardware company. That is us on the roof. That is us staring at the sun. Those Eclipse glasses, we got them from public libraries and from places we found that had glasses. That's Noe, that's Jessie May, that's Travis. That's everybody. So
I think that's Michelle.
Your purchases help us, an open source hardware company with no loans, venture capital. Your purchases fuel Starship Ada Galactica. Okay.
Ada Galactica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show and tell people around the world showing and sharing projects.
They did.
Back mailbags and stop by. We have an email and we have a voicemail.
Wow.
Time travel. Look back, present, forward, everywhere in time about what's going on in the maker world. Made in New York City. Some factory footage. 3D printing. New products. There's a bunch this week. We'll answer your questions.
19.
Love a trivia question. All that and
Billions.
more on Ask an Engineer.
So many new products.
Okie dokie. Some show stuff. We're in Discord, so if you want to go to adafruit.it/Discord, that's where the live chat is.
How many people do we have on Discord?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Wow.
It's more now, but it was 900 members. I think we have 206 people online right now, and it's going pretty good.
899 humans, one bot.
Yeah. So check that out. We'll be doing more stuff with that, but that's where the chat goes 24/7. And it's in the live broadcast.
And we're going to be doing some cool stuff with the Discord chat, giveaways.
Yeah, I'll talk about that later in the show.
Things.
I'll talk about that later.
Free things.
Yeah, don't say free stuff yet. Okay, so if you wanted to load up questions, y'all can do that. We also have a neat thing where the chat's here. So this is what's going on right now.
Hey, everybody. Member count. I guess you can query it.
Yeah. So that's cool. All right. This is Ask an Engineer every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Show and tell every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. If you're in New York City on checkout before 11 a.m., we have same-day delivery. It'll show up as an option. UPS ground, free, $200 or more. We have DHL shipping. We're adding more countries all the time. This week, it's the same list, but Canada, UK, Germany, France, Belgium. Ireland. We met people from Belgium. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
they were here.
yeah.
We were here. Then we had Belgian food.
We did have Belgium. It was really tasty.
It was tasty. Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain. So
Western Europe, Canada.
DHL shipping is neat because on checkout, taxes, duties, everything just sails through. Mm-hmm. So it's a good option if you're international.
Okay.
All right.
And we're expanding. We're going to add more countries soon. We're just getting there. Okay. Slowly.
Show and tell people around the world showing and sharing their project. Full house tonight. Cool project.
We did.
Lady Ada.
I'll take it away.
Take it away.
Okay, we had a bunch of Adafruit folks come by. Everyone saw the Eclipse. They were super psyched about that. Noah and Pedro have this week's 3D Hangouts project, the Thunder Helm. 3D printed Zelda Breath of the Wild helmet. Check that out. Can't really see through it that well, but that's okay because you look really cool. So you just know that you look really cool when you wear it. And they got this cool floating thunderbolt thing going on there. JP showed off a preview of the RFID controlled chest box actuator. He's actually going to be doing a stream about that tomorrow, Thursday, August 24th. So check that out. If you're not watching this live, then just look on YouTube because we'll have a recording of it as well. But a really neat actuated chest box. Check out his not desk of JP. What's it called? JP's workshop.
Yeah, we're going to show it sped up. It's also, he has a desk, but this is more of a workshop.
But he's got a cool workshop. It's a desk plus.
Yeah.
More. I wish I had a workshop.
His workshop is the size of our apartment. No, it is.
No,
it's cool.
Yeah. California garages are amazing. Scott talked about his Rosie CI release. He gave a shout out to Dan Halbert, who's now working full time with us on Circuit Python. They're doing code review. It's going great. Working on 2.0. The Trinket M0 is coming with CircuitPython. We're going to go back and add CircuitPython release for everything. Well, there's many reasons why you had to wait, but we're going to get everything with CircuitPython release.
I'll say this just about Scott's show and tell. So if you're a developer, go look at what Scott showed in show and tell. So there's a lot that goes into something like CircuitPython or any open source project. The way he's doing it and the way anyone can contribute, we're doing code reviews, is going to be able to expand the number of people that can contribute. It's not so fun when your pull requests don't get answered, you don't get to contribute to a community. And so because we're kind of starting from scratch with a lot of things with CircuitPython, especially how we do it, take a look. I think this is going to be, as I say, a textbook or a case study on how to bring a huge group of community members together to work on something really important.
Yeah. One of the neat things is that we also have contributors making CircuitPython libraries. So we're slowly but surely getting people in the community to...
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things, CircuitPython is good and stable now, but like MicroPython, there aren't a ton of libraries yet. So we've written a whole bunch ourselves, and we always write a lot of libraries. But if people have their own chips that they love, having them contribute code would be good. And it's actually a lot easier to write CircuitPython libraries than Arduino libraries.
Yeah.
So
that's one of the reasons we're doing it.
And then Tony D is climbing a mountain, and he made an altimeter feather, and it worked really well using a BME 280. So we got an OLED display, displays the, I think the temperature and also the altitude, and he went up like 10,000 feet. It's amazing. So he's going to be taking that up more mountains, go higher. It's going to be also a guide maybe in the future in CircuitPython for people who are curious, or Arduino. Matt did a Pyglass demo. He's worked on his Pyglass, it's like a AR glasses with the Raspberry Pi Zero. He's got YouTube streaming in and out working. So that's kind of neat. Got YouTube streaming going on. Orlando has a LiPo breadboard adapter. He shut it off. He did some more work on it. It's got like switches and buttons and stuff. He also has a really cool Tektronix calendar with engineer desks, and like there's like Adafruit stuff on it, and Arduinos and Raspberry Pi.
It's cool.
It's kind of neat. Roberto has a 3D printed open scan enclosure he designed, and then he made basically like a Travis CI but for 3D print verification, which is kind of neat. It's like everyone's kind of getting to verification. That's like the cool new hip thing, I guess, nowadays, to verify that his 3D prints, like I guess they will print and the dimensions all work out and everything.
Yeah.
You don't completely get it, but it's pretty neat. And he put it on GitHub, so check that out.
Yep.
And then Adam has an update on a scanning electron microscope. He had to replace the filament. There's a tungsten filament, and it was a total pain to replace, but he did it. And he's also working on some high voltage power supply replacement stuff. It's kind of working, but it needs a little bit more love. But who of us do not need a little bit more love once in a while?
That's right.
So are we really that much different than a scanning electron microscope? Not really. And that's show and tell.
That's show and tell. All participants in the show and tell get an as seen on the show and tell sticker. Email support@adafruit.com, and we will send you a show and tell sticker. It's part of our Adafruit live series. We got a lot of videos going on this week. I mentioned this before. We got the Discord chat going on. Don't forget to stop by there. That's where we're chatting. This week in the desk of Lady Ada, we have a few things. So we did a factory tour live.
Oh yeah, I did this for open source teachers.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. The open source
Then we
organization.
Yeah,
we also did some gaming
yeah,
together.
We did some testing on getting the HDMI signal out of a Nintendo Switch, doing green screening, putting Discord chat in, and a bunch of other stuff. The Switch is a neat device that has a lot of regular off-the-shelf things that you can do. USB-C, has HDMI out, so it's fun. And then we have your tester that you did.
Yeah, Dean and I are working on making a standalone SWD programmer for the SAMD series. That's part of how we're going to get CircuitPython on all these boards. The thing about CircuitPython is it's just big. It's 250K, so to program that in takes a long time. We want to make that optimized and fast. So we're going to...
then we did a solar video.
Yeah, we're going to just do that standalone. And then, I did a takedown.
And then we did a teardown of these little devices that we trying out to control the show stuff here. I'll try to show it. So that's the box we took apart.
Yeah.
So.
And you're using that now. It's kind of handy. But we're thinking maybe DIYing one or maybe hacking it.
Yeah.
To do things that it doesn't do.
Yep.
That we want to do.
Okay. Just Tony D this week. Tony has the analog I/O with Circuit Playground Express.
And Gemmas.
And pretty much any of the things that we have that run CircuitPython. So
We're at 1.0. We're
Yeah.
stable. It's time to do lots of documentation.
Yep.
And I want to show people how to use CircuitPython.
Okay, next up, Tom Parks Workshop. This was the linear actuator that he did a live stream of. So the project that he talked about on the show and tell, if you want to see how a chess box can open,
Yeah, it's a drawer.
using all this escape the room magic-y type stuff.
It's neat. He's like, he's like, I want to be able to move things. So I was like, I have these linear actuators. And I was like, hey, why don't you try it out and let me know how this works? And he's actually been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
He's just like, hey, move it. It's not super fast, but it's strong. It's meant to open skylights.
Yeah.
That's what they're kind of designed for, or like louvers for HVAC systems. So they're nice and strong.
Okay. And then next up, we have our TE video that we did with DigiKey and the electric car races, the Formula E stuff.
Yeah. Did I talk about that?
Yeah, Lady Ada, can
Okay.
you tell everybody what this is the preview. Before you talk about it, tomorrow at 11:30, we're releasing the big ol' interview you did with Judith,
Yeah.
TE, DigiKey, Formula E, Andretti, you name it, it was there.
They were all there.
Yeah, so
It was a party.
this is what we're doing tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
so back in July, Adafruit's lead engineer and founder, that's me, Lamort, got the chance to go to the Andretti Formula E paddock, which is like really cool. I got to see the race cars, the Formula E race cars, and I was hanging out with T Connectivity's resident engineer, Judith Hensel, and she was awesome. And also, DigiKey engineer Tristis Davis also showed up. She traveled all the way from Thief River Falls, which was lovely, and we hung out at the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal in Red Hook. So the day before the race, or 2 days before the race, we got to check out all the sensors, the power, the algorithms, everything that they put in, the safety systems, everything that goes into the Andretti Technologies Formula E race car from the inside out. We got them to show just about everything that they would let us show.
Yeah, you were like inside the car.
They were
talking
a
with the
little
engineers.
uncomfortable. They were
Yeah.
like, don't show this, don't show that. But everything we could show, we
Yeah,
showed.
it's like a spaceship.
Trust me, like I showed everything I could. And then of course we have a kit, and you can check out the race car kit at digikey.com/racing, and you can DIY your very own Feather Bluefruit based robot rover kit. And we have a couple fun activities that we, Adafruit T and DigiKey, put together, and some videos and projects. So check those out. JP made a breath controlled car.
Yeah.
And Tristis made a neat underlit car.
Yeah.
And all sorts
So
of
here's
good
a trailer.
stuff.
We're releasing this tomorrow.
Okay.
Here we go.
Trailer.
Take it away past you.
Yay, past me.
What's special about Formula E? How is this different than all the other formulas?
The special thing is these ones are like whole electric cars. That's the first thing, which is really kind of special.
So no gasoline,
No gasoline at all.
no old dinosaur.
Green energy.
Completely green.
Completely green.
You're there with T Connectivity,
Right.
And what y'all do is the sensor stuff.
Exactly.
That's your expertise,
And the connectors and wiring.
and,
yeah.
and which is actually the most important part.
Yeah.
Because these cars go very fast, and they
Exactly.
shake, and you can't have the wires just come out. It's the race, right? Not just getting to the end, but doing so with
Yeah.
the least power left.
It's being a good mixture out, being fast and good with your energy management.
This is like an engineer's dream.
Okay, so that's tomorrow. Also, tomorrow at 6 p.m., we're going to be releasing the interview you did with the two CEOs from Velleman.
Belgian.
Yeah, this is super cool. So Velleman, for the folks who've been building electronic kits for decades, Velleman, you definitely know. But even if you don't...
Classic. They're,
Yeah,
I mean,
but
look,
even, but
I
even
gotta
if you
say it,
don't,
they're like Heathkit.
Yeah, but even if you don't, this is the CEOs. They got a new CEO, and then there was
There's
Patrick,
a
who is part of the
global,
international group.
and
Yeah.
there's an international CEO and a local CEO, so we got to meet both of them.
Yeah.
Check out the sweet logo, Velleman kits. They're well known.
Yeah.
They've done electronic kits since like the 70s.
Yeah.
Like they said, they started in like 1975 or something. So they've been around for a long time. So we chatted with them about the future, about 3D printers and drones. And
Yeah,
stuff
they have
they're
a cool
making.
3D printer. They did open source 3D printer.
Yay.
The other thing that I like is the trend that I'm seeing is people who run electronic companies, whether it be a CEO, someone in marketing, an engineer, whoever it is, they want to talk to you and talk about electronics and running a business.
That's all I want to talk about, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a new type of journalism because you know what you're talking about both on the electronic side and the business side, and we have this cool community, so it's neat.
Yeah, it was fun.
So CEOs of companies, this is going to be, I think like Charlie
DigiKey.
Charlie Rose was known.
Okay,
for
we did the
these
DigiKey
interview-
CEO.
Yeah,
We did the Micro Center CEO.
Yeah.
We're really getting the CEOs. We're lining them up.
yeah. So you ask good questions. You interviewed Art of Electronics author, one of the authors.
Horowitz.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so that's coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
Also, this Saturday, Carol is going to be on a show with you. We're going to do a text chat, kind of like a hack chat. A million years ago, I started Hackaday, so I think I can just call it a hack chat. But it's going to be called Python Playground, and it's going to be a text chat and a video chat in Discord. And we're going to talk about Jupyter Notebooks, Python, and more. And if you are in the Python world, you probably know Carol.
I know Jupiter, definitely.
Yeah, Carol's here. And we're going to talk
She
about...
went to MIT.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
Sweet.
Circuit Python. We're going to talk about Python, Jupyter Notebooks, and more. So that's Saturday,
great.
and we're going to give away some Trinket M0s in the chat on
Free.
Saturday for free.
Can I say that now?
Yeah, you can.
Yay, they're going to
Yeah.
be for free.
That's on Saturday, though.
Yes, Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday.
Okay.
This Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a blog post tonight.
Good. I didn't mess that up.
No, it's fine. Okay, mailbag. Back to mailbag. All right. We read your letters to our entire company every week. We also have them here. This week, this is from Brian. To be honest, I just wanted to send you a comment. I'm a 40-year-old physician, very little technical background, but I need a hobby and I'm interested in something technical. I happened onto your site and think it's amazing. You have great stuff, but even more, you have a lot of inspiration. So I ordered some electronic toolkit, and I'm about to order Raspberry Pi starter kit. Here it goes. If your teaching materials are half as good as your marketing, I have a lifetime hobby. Thank you. I guarantee you'll be getting more orders from me. I have a 7-year-old son that wants to learn from me.
Yay.
So, thank you, Brian. That's very
That's
nice.
awesome.
And do you remember, Hazel, who stops on the
Yeah,
show and
yeah,
tell?
yeah.
She called and left a voicemail message
Oh,
for
that's
us.
nice.
So we're going to play it.
Okay. Unicorns.
Hi, this is Hazel. I was on Show and Tell, and I think that you guys are awesome, and you guys should make awesome projects because you guys are awesome, and all your products are awesome, and keep doing what you're doing because you're amazing.
Okay, and if you want to call our phone number, it's OwnBitsTab. Leave us a message at the end of the show. We're going to do a giveaway. That's the phone number. If we don't pick up, you can always leave a nice message.
We'll play it.
We like hearing them. Okay, time travel. This week is just a bunch of stuff that's going on in our world. A bunch of stuff happened in the past, but I'm into the present and future right now. So, yeah, well, it's still back to school time for Adafruit and for a lot of the world. So check out our site. It's back to school month. We have stuff for educators. We see this on Twitter and email. Hey, I'm a teacher. I'm an educator. What should I look for electronics? Not even necessarily all our stuff.
Yeah.
Although our stuff is kind of a good choice, we think. So check out the posts and more on the site. Also, there's more. We have Adafruit Extra Credit going on. You can just tag Adafruit Extra Credit on any social media. You can also just pop it into the Discord channel called Adafruit Extra Credit and just say, hey, here's a project I want to make, or here's a project I want to do. CircuitPython,
Or
Circuit
made,
Playground
yeah.
related. And we're doing random acts of kindness and just sending folks out stuff. We're also almost finished with our next video in the Women in Hardware series. Here's the first one, little trailer with Aya. And we just lined up a couple more people to interview. So we can't talk about who though.
No, I'm not saying. Secret. Secret.
So that's coming up. And here's the trailer.
The bits that you'll make, they're so technically complicated, but what you do is you take something that's so complicated and you make it like it's you snap it together.
Yeah.
And
it's some of the things that you look at and you're like, oh, that's obvious. That means a lot of, usually a lot of thought went into making that thing obvious or appear simple. It means it's resonating.
there's such a bridge of user experience, of empathy, of technology, of technical skill to take something so complicated and make it so simple.
Little Bits is about democratizing electronics and about inspiring kids around the world to be inventors. And that means kids of all ages, of all genders, of all backgrounds, of all languages.
I think one of the things, especially since you're making electronics for beginners, kids at heart, one of the things that strikes me is the saying, like, if the technology is really good, you don't even think it's there.
Yeah.
So now we're looking 5 years forward. What are you going to tell yourself in 5 years?
I'm going to ask myself, do you remember when some people didn't know what Little Bits was? This is what real conversations with women in hardware.
This is like
women
real-
in tech is.
Okie dokie. Next, we have 1,271 tutorials.
Zomg.
Yeah, so which tutorials do we have this week?
Okay, so this week we had a bunch of product tutorials. So we've got the Adafruit NRF52 Pro Feather with Minute guide. Check that out if you're interested in Minute. K-Town worked really hard on this guide. You can use the NRF52 with this totally open source Bluetooth stack with Bluetooth on the NRF52, and it's a real-time operating system. And it's really excellent. And I wasn't like a super looking forward to trying it out, but then once I tried it, I was actually like, this is kind of nice. You know, you can deploy firmware and then verify it, and then you can have two images at once. It really takes advantage of the power of the NRF52. For people who want something more advanced than Arduino, check it out. It's quite nice. We got the Experimenter's Guide for Metro. It's kind of a rewrite of the Experimenter's Guide for Arduino, but using Metro. And we've added a couple projects as well. So that's a guide you can check out now. You can use it with an Arduino or with a Metro, and we'll be filling it out as well. Just wanted to get that public so we could start linking to it. We got this 3D Hangouts, the Zelda Thunder Helm. We'll be showing off that video shortly. And then the new product this week is the Adafruit Trinket M0, which comes with Circuit Python. You can use it with Arduino or Python. We'll be chatting about that in the new products
That's right.
section.
Okay. I thought I was done with Arduino news, but I have some Arduino news. I do.
Sure.
This is not the epic tale. This is just kind of the
This is like the
footnotes.
epilogue.
Yeah. So we got one of the Arduino Primos. It was difficult to get these, but we got one. This is kind of the brackish period of when they were putting Arduino CC and Arduino.org on this. Unknown what's going to happen in the future, because as of today.
Let me see this Primo. I didn't actually get to see this.
Yeah,
I just gave it to you.
so just to catch everybody up, Arduino
Yeah.
is back to one company, essentially, Arduino.cc. And as of today, when you go to Arduino.org, it says you are going to be redirected to Arduino.cc. So this is more kind of verification that the .org is now going back to the original
Yeah.
place, .cc. I have a little watch to see when the domain name's fully transferred, but it looks like there isn't going to be two separate sites. It won't be confusing. Massimo is leading up Arduino.cc with Fabio and the original team,
Yeah.
mostly. And so that's progress. So that's good. They just
Yay.
released a new IDE. It has some updates that included Circuit Playground stuff. So we're getting back to normal.
Yeah.
Back to normal.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
All right, it's kind of interesting. This Primo is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
A lot
So
of stuff
that's
going
going to
on.
go in our Arduino museum. We have all sorts of different flavors from different time periods in Arduino, so that's why we wanted to pick one up. Okay.
Wait, what is this? This is kind of interesting. I just haven't seen that before.
What?
And to insert your product code?
Yeah, so I didn't want
This
to talk
isn't-
about that
Oh,
on
sorry.
the air, but yeah. Anyways, so when it was Arduino.org world, things got really weird. They weren't doing open source, and Federico, who's gone, I can say the fraudster guy,
Yeah.
who was not very honest about a lot of things. This one has a product code in the booklet, and that's one of the first times we've seen an Arduino product code. So I need to figure out what this is before
Okay, sorry.
Well-
I'm really not doing a good job keeping secrets here.
No, I don't know what it means.
No, look, this is the first
and
time I
it
saw
says
it.
register your product on my.arduino.org. So that's not even technically
Yeah, I
there.
don't
Maybe.
even know what.
Anywho,
Okay, anyway, sorry about that.
it doesn't matter to me. I was gonna. This is hey, Lady Hater, we're off there. What do you think? And we were gonna try it out. But
Yes.
now everyone knows that I'll follow up next week
Yeah.
and I'll let you know what happened.
This is a sticker.
Yeah, product keys are unusual
Kinda interesting,
for
yeah.
open source Arduino stuff. So that's I thought that was a little odd. And since the .org stuff was going on, it was just another odd thing. So we'll look it up. We'll see what happens.
Oh, good.
It might not even matter now because the site might not. The .org site might not.
I know what we're doing tonight. Register some Arduinos if you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Okay.
Hint, hint.
Yep. Okay. Don't forget on DigiKey we have the buy one give one. Buy a Circuit Playground on DigiKey. They give one that girls a code. All right. At the end of the show tonight, I'm gonna play everyone my favorite video in the world. This is light painting from @bitesized.edu and Circuit Playground. This is Presley, and I have a screenshot of our blog post because we also added featured products in our blog post now. So when our authors write about something and they say, "Oh, Circuit Playground was in this," it'll automatically add the product to the blog page.
Yeah.
Kind of like our
that's nice.
kind of like our Learn Guides
Yeah.
have that. However, I'm going to save this video for the end. This is one of the coolest videos I've ever seen
Yay!
ever. What a cool young person that has such a bright future. Whatever she chooses to do, super cool video. So I'll play it at the very end. It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, good work, Presley.
Yay!
Okay.
Good work.
So next up.
Light paint and fun.
Yeah, Adafruit Daily. Don't forget to sign up for that stuff. Spam free. I did a Maker Business post this week about the orange pie.
That was interesting.
Orange pie.
That's another thing you didn't tell me about, and then you
Yeah.
posted it, and I was like, oh,
The orange
I
pie is
didn't-
interesting. So if they go through all the manufacturing and how they're able to sell the orange pie basically for free.
Yeah, it's sold for the cost of the parts, and
Yeah.
so the interviewer it's in French, and they were like, "How is that possible for you to sell it for the cost of the parts?" And they
Yeah.
said, "Oh, we're subsidized by the Chinese government."
Yeah. So it is such a interesting look, and at the end they say we are going to ship, or we want to ship
10 times
10
the-
times the number of Raspberry Pis. So that's 150 million orange pies.
Yeah.
So check it out. And there's photos from the factory. They interviewed either the owner or one of the people who manages the factory there. Check it out. So that's
Yeah.
a Maker Business, and I also duplicated the Maker Business newsletter post on our blog, so you can find it there.
Yeah,
Okay, it's super
very
cool.
interesting.
Yeah. All right. Factory footage. Here we go.
We're rolling. All right, we're rolling.
Dokie, we got more stuff here. So this is our selective solder machine.
Well, that's fun. Time to clean it out.
Yeah, it gets like
Dross.
it's like metal creme brulee.
Yeah.
on top. And then
It's just like solder.
yeah,
It looks like water, but it isn't. It's metal.
yeah. We have a really nice sunrise. And we're using the Pi cameras for these. This sits outside the Adafruit factory. And then this is the AxiDraw drawing where the eclipse went.
Yeah.
So we got about 70% coverage. If there's time to, I'll play our little highlight video at the end. Okay. 3D printing. Woo!
We.
All right.
Time to extrude.
This week, Noah and Pedro have the what's the name?
Thunderhelm.
The Thunderhelm.
Yes, from Breath
Okay.
of the Wild.
All right, here we go.
Thunder away.
Okay, well, here's something I learned. Occasionally, the two-state LCD buttons don't do.
Yeah.
They
How
don't-
would you know if it was really working?
Well,
Oh, just you look for the audio?
I have to glance at the screen,
Oh.
and I didn't. And what's funny is I told a whole story about how I used to take care of horses as a kid, and then you name your Zelda horse Phil.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Everyone missed the story.
it was
What's that again?
It's a little embarrassing for me personally, so that's fine. Okay, moving right along.
Look, you're the one who told the story.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, every Thursday, Noah and Pedro.
Wednesday.
Right. God, I need to change the graphic because I just read because I'm just dumb and I just read the words on the screen.
You're not dumb. It actually says it's 3D
No,
Thursday, and now we have
I need to
3D
change
Wednesday.
that graphic every week. I'm just going to change that graphic. Anyways, let's
Play the clip.
yeah, trigger parties the code before we get on to new products. Okay.
Okay, well, look, you learned something with the Stream Deck.
Yeah, two-state buttons doesn't work the way you think it does, so I got to
Okay, so you press it, but then you have to check it. Press
Yeah.
check, but verify.
Yeah.
Press, but verify.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Okay.
All right, new product time. Sing your song.
New.
Okay, sign up for the new product newsletter in your account if you want an email that has our new products. We don't
If you don't,
spam.
don't sign up.
Yeah, okay.
It's that easy.
First up, this one is kind of a coming soon.
It's coming soon. We've got the Metro Experimenters kit that goes with the guide that we wrote. Actually, Brent wrote over the summer. He did such an awesome job with it that we released the kit, but we have to just do a couple things with just like links and stuff. We'll release it. Sign up. It's going to be lovely. It's kind of like the Ardex kit, but even more things. We added IR. Remote and receivers, and we added an LCD that's pre-assembled. It's all solder free. It's great. It's wonderful. Sign up, and it'll be coming soon.
Okay. We got a lot of this.
We got 17 different HDMI cables. So this is actually known. Pedro asked for this. So these are little pieces and parts that let you make custom HDMI cables. And the cables can be like, they're super skinny and like you can fit them into enclosures. So this is really great if you're doing 3D printed projects or stuff and you want to fit cables together. So we've got like, standard HDMI, right angle, left band, right band sockets. We've got mini HDMI sockets. We've got mini HDMI plugs that are straight. We have like a cable. We have HDMI plugs that are right angle and left band and then right band. This is the other band, and then we also have, I don't even keep track of the micro HDMI, more mini HDMI. We got all of them. Basically, we have them all. I'll show them all over the overhead as well.
Yeah, that's
But
what I was
basically, you
going to
can
do.
mix and match. You want micro HDMI socket on one end and a right angle mini HDMI on the other end. That's fine. And then you get the little cable. It's like a nice fabric backed cable, and it's nice and strong but thin. And you can make basically a cable that's exactly the kind of length you want and with the connectors you want. And you don't have these big bulky connectors. So it's a little bit more expensive than making your own, but like there's kind of nothing else that does this, where you can make your own custom length cable. So I thought I just showed on the overhead because we just have so many
Yeah.
different combos. We've got, so each connector, it has the HDMI connector, and then it has this FPC slot on the side. So, you've got, this is standard HDMI, you've got the mini HDMI, and these are the right angle versions, and then we've got, micro HDMI. So we've got micro HDMI, mini, and classic HDMI, and in all the different combos. So it's like, 12 different connectors. And then you use these cables, and then you can just mix and match whatever combo you want. You can make an extension cord that's also a socket to plug connector or plug to plug or socket to socket, whatever you like. Here's some examples of some cables. This is a classic HDMI plug to a right angle micro HDMI. So this could be useful for like your camera has micro HDMI out and you connect it to a display that has HDMI classic. This is a micro HDMI to mini HDMI socket. Maybe you have a cable that you want to extend, but then you want to connect two cables together. This is a little adapter that combines the two. Here's a mini HDMI to classic HDMI right angle. We've got all sorts of lengths of cables from this like little 10 centimeter long one to 1 meter long. So we've got 20 centimeters, 30 centimeters, 50 centimeters, and a full meter. And we tested this with a Raspberry Pi. I put it on 1080p, and you saw me. I just like tried every combination. slowly but surely. And it worked fine. It passes audio and video just fine, but it's not going to be as quiet and durable as, of course, the fully made cables. So these are good for, if you have some mechanical protection for the cables, that'd be good. Like I wouldn't expose these to the elements. But if you're doing a build where you're like, hey, I really want like a Raspberry Pi or your Orange Pi or Onion Pi with HDMI output or your BeagleBone, and you want it to connect to a display and you want it to be a very short, compact build, this will do it where nothing else really does it.
Yeah, I have kind of a monstrosity camera that has everything going on with multiple cables kind of stuck to it. So now I can get rid of the cables and just turn it more into...
just get exactly the connectors you
Yeah.
want, just measure it, and then you can make your own custom cable. And this is easier than, we have slim HDMI cables, but we're not going to carry every combo. And I know sometimes you're like, oh, I need a micro HDMI because my camera has this and the projector has mini, and like this just kind of does it for you. So that's kind of cool. I should actually get these for USB also. That'd be pretty handy, like mini and micro, right angle and such. So that's the HDMI cable combo pack. We got all those. So there's 19 different things, 5 cables, 12 connectors.
Yeah.
Mix and match.
Yeah, some folks are asking, are we going to do USB stuff? Yep, just not time yet, but yes.
What, USB-C?
Yeah.
It's just not standard yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We're getting there. Well, we got some micro
We've
USB.
lived through micro, mini, B, A, you name it.
Yeah.
We got them all.
Yeah, we started with classic, USB B
Yeah.
and A, and then we slowly moved to mini.
Yeah.
And then
micro.
now we're at micro. So we're getting
Yeah.
there. The thing is, USB-C is a little bit bigger, and I wish they had a smaller connector. Like
No, as soon as we start doing that, then they will. It'll be
Yeah.
called USB-C Mini.
Yeah. Because the C connector is good, but it's still quite, it's chunky.
Yeah.
For something like the Trinket, it
Okay.
actually makes a difference.
Oh, speaking of,
Speaking of
the
Trinket.
star of the show tonight besides you,
And 5 billion HDMI cables.
CircuitPython is here.
Yay! It's the
Trinket.
Trinket M0. I have finally released it. So we now have a Trinket that's the same size and pinout as the original Trinket, but instead of the AT-Tiny 85, it has the SAMD E21E18. So it has like 8 times the speed, like 18 times the flash, 16 times the RAM. It's just like a huge upgrade. It has a little dot star RGB LED built in too, so it even gives you more stuff. And it can run CircuitPython. It comes with CircuitPython on it, and so you can do all the code you want directly on the chip, which is really sweet. You can also, of course, use it with Arduino and do like huge amounts of stuff because the chip is as big as the Feather M0 or Arduino Zero, but it's with flash and memory and speed. It's just very compact. So it's a lovely little board that I'm starting to use in projects, and we've got your Arduino support, CircuitPython support, and hopefully maybe even MakeCode support. So I thought I'd show it off. I could do a little tour of it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So it's so small, I gotta zoom in, so hold on. It's just so small. Time to get small. So this is the Trinket M0, and we got like a lovely silk screen by Phil B. Got the micro USB, and this chip has native USB, so unlike the original Trinket, you don't have to share 2 pins with a USB connection. It actually has like full native USB. You can even do USB host with Arduino, so you can plug a keyboard into this if you wanted to. You can act like a host for a USB device. It can do MIDI and USB serial, and it can do mass storage. It looks like a disk drive in CircuitPython, so that's great. It's got a little NeoPixel LED. Let me plug it in, and it should boot up and light up for you. Hold on. Oops, this is not powered. Oops, sorry, it's not powered. Hold
I'll
on.
do a couple of questions.
There you go.
Does it come with CircuitPython shipped on it?
It does. It comes with CircuitPython chipped on it. So you can see it's slowly changing colors here. There's a red LED. So you can, if I try to put it in bootload mode, it's got that red LED. It's got a green on LED. It's got an RGB LED. It comes with CircuitPython on it, and even comes with like the driver code and example code already with it. It has a 3-volt regulator, so you can connect 3.3 volt devices onto it, 3-volt logic. What's nice about the SAMD21 is it has a lot of hardware support for peripherals. So you've got an analog output, so a true analog output. It can play like audio files. With Arduino, we have example code, and it can like do 10-bit audio. It's got 5 pins. 3 of them can do capacitive touch and analog inputs. you've got that one true analog output, and you can have a serial port, a UART, and I2C, and with hardware support built in. So that's really nice. And also you can have SPI device if you want. So like I hooked this up to a TFT, and it's small, but it can drive a full-size TFT if you like. So it's got all the peripherals you need to do pretty much everything you could want to do. It's got a little plug on the back if you want to solder in a JST connector. You can battery power it. But basically, we've tried it out. Everything that you can do with the Trinket Classic, you can now do even more so with Python and Arduino. And especially coming with Python, I think it'll be really useful for people to get started.
Questions while we're here in this, because this is a big release for us.
Yes.
So, Adafruit Cap Touch and analog are same pins?
Yeah, the way that the hardware capacitive touch works, the chip has native capacitive touch support, but it uses the analog peripheral to do it. So the analog pins are also the capacitive touch pins, but you don't need any extra components. It's completely done internal to the chip.
Yeah. And then there was a previous question before. Since we're new products, I'll ask this now because we're about to do questions. So for HDMI, can you do power over it at all? Or is it a...
It doesn't really power. I mean, there's a little bit of power, but that's just for the EEPROM. It's not really a power management. That's why USB-C exists, because they're like, oh, we want to do HDMI and power at the same time. So they invented USB-C for that.
Yeah.
HDMI doesn't really do power. You could kind of sort of hack it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I can tell you when you're doing a bunch of stuff with HDMI, sometimes whatever power is going across it drops, and you can't... It just makes devices act weird.
Yeah.
And the type of cable matters. And then
you really need 5 volts. It's very
Yeah.
picky.
And I have devices that make sure the power stays constant. Little switcher box. Anyways. Oof, it gets complicated really fast.
Very complicated.
Okay.
So it's the Trinket M0. So it's live in the store.
Yeah.
It's a teeny bit more expensive than the original Trinket because the chip is much more intense. But I think all the extras you get make it worth it.
Yeah.
You get a lot of capabilities.
That was new products. Yay, good work.
No.
Okay, so
Trinket party.
Yeah, let's just jump to the questions. There's a couple going on in Discord. That's where
Yeah, and you can pop up the Discord if you want. You have a button to do that?
Yeah, I got all that. But if you want to go ask questions, adafruit.it/Discord. We're in the live broadcast chat. Okay, let's do this. Here we go, Lady Ada. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first up. Doesn't look like it has external crystal, so not recommend with USB host mode. You are not stay above, is it 115 on?
It does USB auto sync when it's USB client. But honestly, it's within a couple percent even without it. So I think, I haven't tried it with USB host crystalless, but it probably would work okay. And as for baud rates, it's fine. I mean, the internal oscillators on the SAMD are tuned, like they're calibrated. So you're pretty much going to get within 1% of 48 megahertz.
Okay. Have we done any power consumption numbers on this Trinket yet?
I have done it. I don't have the numbers offhand, but it was as good as the Trinket Classic. It's quite good. There's an LED, but it's a very high power LED, so it's got a very big resistor, so it doesn't use a lot of power. I'd say it's about a couple milliamps. It's not too bad. I'll check it on the Mongoose when we get home.
Have you recently changed the song to New Chicken Party?
No.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Yes, I will.
I hit the wrong button.
Sorry. Chickens.
No, I think Trinket Party sound like Chicken Party.
Oh, Trinket Party, Chicken Party.
Yeah.
Winner, Trinket, dinner.
Yeah. Does CircuitPython have better support for sleeping than Arduino?
Not at this time, because Python has to continuously run. For like deep sleep modes, you'll want to use Arduino.
Yeah. We're going to have more Ham Sunday or Ham Radio videos. Yeah, on Sundays recently we've been filming a bunch. So Ham Sundays got put on hold while we've been filming interviews, Ada boxes, race car stuff, you name it. We've been
That has been
filming.
my film day.
So we usually crash.
Yeah.
So we haven't had time to do Ham Sunday.
But when it's time, I'll do it.
Yeah. I think once we...
I had a 10-year license. I'm good for a while.
Yeah. When can I expect to see the Trinket M0 at Micro Center? Well, what's cool is if you tweet at them on Twitter, they'll probably stock it right away if it's not already in transit. But ask them.
They should carry it soon.
Yeah. It's going to be a top seller, so I'm sure they're going to want to do it. Okay. Oh, let's see. And that's it. me see if there's any other questions in the other chats.
Sure.
Do, 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 do,
Do 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 do. Capacitors.
First time watcher, first question answered. Any other company can do that? Nope, just us. I think this is, yeah, we're weird. We kind of like doing this. Okay, those are the questions.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. All right, thank you, everybody.
Well, we got that video, so it's like, well,
yeah.
not time.
Also, don't forget, you can just hang out in the Discord chat and get to know
Help
each other.
each other, yeah.
Help each other, yeah. Most of the questions, y'all probably know the answer to.
True.
Okay, let's do the trivia question, Lady Ada.
Yeah.
What do you want to give away?
We're gonna give away a trinket.
Oh, yeah.
Like the trinket party.
You think?
Yes.
Okay. What are the rules?
Rules are you can only win once per my lifetime. So if you won something from this show, don't enter again. You can only win one prize. Let somebody else win. Thank you for being nice. The first person to call the phone, and I'm going to ask you 3 trivia questions. The first trivia question is, what's your name? The second trivia question is, where are you calling from? And the third trivia question is, what's a project that you're working on or you'd like to work on? You can just cheat and say, once I get the Trinket M0, I'm going to build something with it. That's the easiest.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you that one. That's easy. First 2, though, you got to answer. Your name and where you're calling from.
Okay.
But you're going to call this payphone.
The phone lines are now open.
Call the payphone. It will ring.
Yeah.
It'll be
No,
amazing.
They're really open this time.
Call this number. It's real.
It's always exciting when it happens because, there's a delay from the
Yeah.
live video to...
Also, it's loud.
Yeah.
Ring.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See?
See? It's
Yeah.
loud. Okay. I hope they don't hang up. Sometimes they hang up.
Okay.
Hello, and thank you for calling Ask Engineer. You're the winner. Congratulations.
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah, that's so cool. What's your name and where are you calling from?
This is Stacy from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
Wow, Stacy from Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's awesome. I also love Cambridge, Massachusetts. So we have something in common. You should go and have some Indian food tonight because that's what I love about Central Square. Yum. But you've won a fabulous Trinket M0. Congratulations. We're going to send you one. What's a project you're working on or you want to work on?
I've been playing with the AdaBox 4
Okay.
and looking at probably doing some sort of password storage mechanism for just something to make it easier to punch in longer passwords.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, we have the password vault project that JP did. You can check that out. And this Trinket can do keyboard, can act like a keyboard, so you could store your passwords on the CircuitPython device and use that. So this is a good project for your free Trinket M0. Wow.
Awesome.
Amazing. Okay, all you have to do is email support@adafruit.com and say, hey, I'm Stacy. I am from Cambridge, Massachusetts. 02139 represent. And I would like to get my Trinket M0, which is product number 3500. And they will send it to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for calling, Stacy.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Okay, good work.
Toscaninis, man. We went to Cambridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're there a bunch.
Oh, I got some dunda noodles. That's some good times.
Yeah.
Had good food in Cambridge.
Yeah, since we were muted for part of it on accident because the graphic I made for the button wasn't that great.
Yeah.
You remember? So I was talking about the horse story.
Yeah.
So I had horses, and
Horses.
I was taking care of
We were
horses.
saying in Breath of the Wild, you have horses and take care of
Yeah,
them.
we were
And
t-
you had real horses. I had cyber horses.
Yeah, I didn't know them. I would take care of them. But I was talking about, so you named the horse Philip, and when I was a kid, the people that had these horses, they had horses that didn't like people, but it liked me, and they said it's because your name is Philip, and that means lover of horses. I'm like, okay. So there'd be horses that were kind of scary, but they would hang out with me. So I thought it was funny that you had a horse or horses, and you named them Phil.
Yeah, I caught this
that-
all black horse.
So that's that muted section there. I was telling
Yeah.
this horse story.
Yeah, you have to pet the horse.
Yeah.
And be nice to him, just like when
Yeah.
I pet you and I'm nice to you.
Yeah. So anyways, that was it.
Okay, and then when I whistle, you show up.
Yeah, it's and I just carry heavy stuff and I'm just like, all right.
No, actually, it's not a pack horse. It only carries you.
Oh, but the person isn't.
Yeah, but like you're
still
Link.
just-
You're an elf. You weigh like 20 pounds. or
Yeah, you're
something.
probably right. You don't weigh anything.
Oh, they're super
Okay, but
skinny.
yeah. Okay, so that's what we were talking about
Yeah.
while it was quiet. Anyway, all right. So
Okay.
that's the show for tonight.
All right. Well, congratulations, Stacey, winner of the
Yeah.
Trinket M0. Other people, better luck next time.
Yeah.
But we'll be doing this every week.
That's right.
And we are going to be giving away on Saturday a whole bunch of Trinket M0s to people who show up on Discord to this chat you're doing with Carol Willing.
Mm-hmm.
So show up on that. Kind of like all week.
Yeah,
we got stuff all week.
Yeah, we're kind of exhausted because a lot of stuff's going on, but it's all worth it because products are launching, code's getting out there, lots of cool folks showing and sharing their projects. CircuitPython with all of the boards. That was a big goal for the M0 line for us, and just tons of stuff going on. Woo!
That's good.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
Eclipse was like yesterday or something. I don't even remember. It was like it's a blur now. It's like was it Monday or yesterday?
Yeah, it was Monday.
Okay.
That's 2 days ago.
So earlier in the show, I talked about Presley's project. Did a light painting project video.
Yeah.
With Circuit Playground, and Jessica had emailed her or her folks and said, "Is it okay if we play it on the show?" They said yes. So check out this video, and then if you want, go on Twitter. If you like Presley's videos, the Twitter account is BiteSizeEDU, and I think the YouTube page is linked on that, and you can subscribe. These are cool videos. Already on our playlist. Take it away, Presley.
I hope that worked. Hey everyone, welcome back to Bite-Sized EDU. I'm Presley, and today we're going to be talking about this really cool thing called Circuit Playground from Adafruit. So if you guys haven't heard of Adafruit already, it is so amazing. It is a really cool company run by Lady Ada, who designs and sells a lot of these really, really cool things for the maker movement. And if you haven't heard of the maker movement, it's basically a bunch of people coding stuff and then giving it a physical form and making it do stuff. And it is really, really cool. I actually haven't worked with the maker movement before. I've coded for a while. I'm actually taking Harvard's Intro to Computer Science class, but I've never really given it a physical form and made it do something until now. And this was a fantastic introduction to the maker movement, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone who wants to start and try it out. So Adafruit reached out to us a while ago and asked if we wanted to do a few things together, and we obviously said of course after we looked at their stuff and were absolutely blown away by it. And then they asked us what we wanted, and we didn't really know because it all seemed so cool. So we just told them to send us something, and they decided to send us the Circuit Playground as well as a lot of the materials needed to build the light paintbrush, which is really, really cool. So that is what I'll be showing you guys today. But I'm sure I'll be showing you guys a lot more stuff in the future because this little thing is really, really, really amazing. So this is basically, it's very small, but it is all you could want in a maker movement object. It has so many things. I'm going to read them off of the website just because there's so much that I'm afraid I'll probably forget something. It has 10 mini NeoPixels, which are these little LEDs. You can see them here. The demo is running on this one. And each of them lights up, and you can actually tell them what color you want them to light up to be. So it's not like this is the red one and this is the yellow one. They all have different colors and you can change them. And these are really, really cool. You can also buy strips of them online. And we're totally going to use these in a few cosplays coming up soon, just because they're so useful and so lightweight. And then they have a motion sensor, temperature sensor, light sensor, sound sensor, speaker, push buttons, a switch, and 8 alligator clip-friendly input and output pins. And it is really, really fantastic, all of the stuff that you can see here. So as you can imagine, there are a million things you can build with just the stuff that I have here. It's so powerful, there's so much coding you can do with it. But they sent us this stuff for the light paintbrush, and that is what I'm going to be making for you guys today. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is upload the code. They have a way to download the code for the Circuit Playground light paintbrush on their website. So I've already downloaded it, I've already opened it up, so I'm just going to hit the upload button and wait for it to upload to it. You can see it's uploading right now. And it just made the noise that it's telling me it is in the process of uploading. And I think it just uploaded. So here is my potentiometer, and we need a yellow, red, and black cable. And we're just going to hook these up to this. The yellow one goes in the middle, and the red and black ones go on either side. So you traditionally do black for ground and red for power and yellow for the other thing, so that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to put black in ground. So now you have the potentiometer on, and when I turn it, it should, yep. And it actually has this really cool, it does have a tilt sensor on it. So when I tilt it, it changes color from blue to green. It should come red in a couple seconds to red, green, blue, then up to yellow, and back down to red. And this is really cool and really useful for light painting, because if you went like this, you would change all the colors. And also, if you haven't no clue what I'm talking about when I say light painting, it's when you have a long exposure shot on your camera in a dark location with holding a light thing. It could be a flashlight or a light paintbrush, and it records that and basically makes it into a painting. We'll do a couple of those in a second. But first, I wanted to show you some of the ways you can alter the code. So one of the things that I wanted to show you is when I was just first trying to take a look at the code and make sure I understood it, I changed which sensor pin the yellow cable is going to be on. So right now it's on 10. I'll just turn the brightness down so you don't have to have the lights glaring in your eyes while you're looking at this. So the first one is 10. And we are going to be moving it to port 9, but you can move it to 12, 6, wherever. But I'm going to move it to 9 just for simplicity's sake. So the first thing, I'm actually going to move the cable to 9. But now that it's on 9, it doesn't work because the code doesn't think that it's supposed to be using 9, it thinks it's supposed to use 10. So I'm just going to go in here and change the sensor pin variable to a 9. And then upload it, and wait for it to do that. That takes a second. And here it is. And now our potentiometer works. And it's just on a different pin. That is relatively simple and not the hardest thing to do, since it's just changing a variable's value. And now I'm going to do something which is kind of selfish, but it's fine, and that is to take the potentiometer off completely, because the potentiometer has a bunch of cables holding it on, and it gets in the way sometimes, as well as since we haven't soldered them, it falls off a lot too. So we're just going to take it right off. But now you see that I've taken it off, it's completely dark and not working at all. So I have to go into the code and edit this and take out where, I'll just comment out so I can add it back easier, and get rid of the potentiometer thingy. Where are you? There we go. Comment that out. I think I commented out the right thing. Let's hope for the best. Yeah! I commented out the right thing, and it's back on, and it's back tilting and working completely fine, but much more lightweight. Another really cool thing about the Circuit Playground is that I upload the programs directly to the Circuit Playground. So I can unplug it from the computer, and it still has the program on it, so I'm going to plug it into this battery. It has a bunch of really cool batteries. This one is rechargeable, that's why I like this one a lot, but it has some battery packs as well. And I'm just going to plug it into that, not using the wrong port, I don't think. Wait, hold on, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Nope, did it right. And it still works perfectly fine, but it's plugged into a battery, so it's not always attached to the computer, which is another reason why it's really great for cosplay, because you can have it just in your clothes or props or whatever, and it still stays here, and you just have to recharge the battery. That's it, and it all works. It's really cool. So let's go ahead and do some light paintings. So let's start off with just doing a random pattern to see what it will do. So since we got that working, I'm going to be fancy and draw some shapes. Now I'm going to draw a heart. Okay, grand finale, I am going to try and write my name. I hope that worked. So that is painting with light as well as a really cool circuit playground. I hope you guys learned something in this video because I sure learned a lot while making these, and make sure to buy your own circuit playgrounds and stuff like that. Adafruit has so many cool things available on their store. There'll be a link in the description where you can check that out. But yeah, it was just so amazing. Adafruit is such an amazing company. Thank you so much to Adafruit and Lady Ada. And also Lady Ada is like one of my new heroes now. She's fantastic, as well as I love her namesake, Ada Lovelace. So yeah, everyone there is fantastic. It's so cool, and I definitely think that this has been a really great introduction to the maker movement. And I'm sure you guys will be seeing a lot more of this on this channel with more tutorials on what we've done, as well as on our other channels, especially Act Out Games for cosplays, and anything else I can think of to do with these really, really amazing and little machines with so much potential. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to press that subscribe button to see more videos like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Trying to do double. You guys together can do it a win. What was that? Putting you guys together with the glasses?
Yeah. Yay! Run up another sphere!
Yay, America, look this way.
I don't see the crescent yet.
Okay, so 2:44 is when it. So in 7 minutes it gets full. Fully
Not exactly. Yeah, not exactly the same.
Does that work?